Hi guys, welcome to Yoga with Kat. I'm Kat. We're going to get right into it today, starting in a nice easy seat, legs crossed. It doesn't matter which leg is in front, hands on knees, and just start to take some nice breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And if you're inclined, close your eyes. Just listen to your breath. And as you inhale, lengthen that spine. Crown of the head rises to the ceiling. One more nice breath. Drop your chin to your chest. And slowly rotate that nose around in a nice big circle. So a couple times. And then rotate back in the opposite direction. Back to center. Arms by your side. And then inhale. Lift those hands. Palms kiss overhead. Hold for a breath. And release down. Again, inhale. Hold overhead. Exhale. One more time. Up. Hold. And release. This time, bring your arms up. We're going to lean to the right, and you can put your right hand down on the ground and really reaching with that left hand to the opposite side of the room. And back up to center, arms overhead. And now drop the left hand, reach that right hand over. Arms back to center. And now left hand on the right knee, right hand behind, and a gentle twist toward the back. Lengthen that spine as you inhale. Just a gentle twist, looking over your right shoulder. Back to center. Now take your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. And as you inhale, lengthen that spine and gently look over your shoulder. Back to center. Slowly come onto your knees. We're going to have our big toes touching, knees open as wide as your yoga mat, and slowly push those hips back toward your ankles and extend those arms out in front. Forehead to the earth. If you can't touch, it's okay. You could use a block and put it underneath. Nice hip opener here. Take a few nice breaths. Slowly bring those hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and drop that belly. Open that chest. And then as you exhale, we're going to tuck the pelvis, round the spine, chin to chest. And again, we'll drop to cow position. And then inhale, round the spine, chin to chest. You can do a few of these with the sound of your own breath. And then come back to a neutral tabletop. Let's bump the hips to the right. Like to really push those hips over. And then come back through center and bump them to the left. Slide the hands up a few inches, curl the toes under. We're going to lift those hips up to our downward dog position, pushing our heels toward the mat, pushing our chest toward our thighs. Now, wherever you are today, you might be here. It's okay. Be patient with yourself. Take your time. Take a couple deep breaths here. And slowly, we're going to walk to the front of the mat, where our hands and our feet meet up into our forward fold. And I'm just going to pull back just a little bit. You want your weight on the front of your feet, leaning forward. Nice relaxing posture here. As you exhale, just let the weight of your body fall to the earth. And then inhale, I'm going to slide those fingers right up the leg as we lift our torso so that it's parallel to the earth in a flat back position. And today we're going to use airplane arms, so palms facing the earth. Our arms are running right alongside our torso. That flat back position. And then release everything to forward fold. Slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time, into our mountain pose. So standing straight, nice and tall. Arms by your side, engage those quads, engage the glutes. Bend the knees, bring the arms all the way overhead, palms kiss overhead. Just hold for a minute. Hands in prayer at the chest. Okay, let me come this way. Put your weight in your left foot, and we're slowly going to lift that right foot. Okay, we're going to bring our right knee up. Now, you might be more comfortable keeping it on the ground. You can hold a wall or a chair. Bring that right knee right up in front. Okay, I'm going to turn back to the side because we're going to be motioning to lunge. Let's just hold here for a minute. Push out of that standing leg, but do not lock the knee. It's not good for you. And slowly bring that right foot back behind you into that lunge. And when you're there, lift your arms up into a high lunge position. I like my foot a little further back, so I'm just going to slide it back to where I'm comfortable. Really reach those hands to the sky. Kiss those palms overhead. I'm going to start to bring them down, and as we do, turn so that your right elbow goes to your left knee into our prayer twist position. Strong legs here. And slowly back to center. Arms come back up into our high lunge position. Slowly lower the back knee. Top of the foot touches the mat into our crescent lunge. And if you want, you can get a little arch in that back. Release those arms to the ground. And now push your hips back toward your right ankle. Roll through the front foot, straightening that left leg. Really push that heel into the mat. Now start to bend that left knee. Bring the left foot to the ground. I'm going to curl the back, toes under, and straighten that back leg into our lunge position. Plant your right hand on the ground, and on an inhale, open to our easy twist on the left. Strong legs here. And release your left hand to the ground. Plant both hands and bring the left foot back to meet the right. You can be on your knees here if that's what feels good for you. I'm going to come up here and then slowly lowering, keeping your elbows in by your sides, lower to the earth. On an inhale, keeping those hands right underneath your shoulders, gentle lift for cobra. Open that chest and release. And go back to those airplane arms, so bring them alongside your body, palms facing down. Now I want you to lift your chest, try to bring those arms back, and lift those feet off the ground if you can do that. If not, just do the hands or the legs. And hands back underneath your shoulders. Curl those toes under. You can come up to your knees or back up to plank. And slowly lift those hips all the way back to our downward dog. Pushing those heels toward the earth. Slow walk up to the top of the mat and forward fold. As you inhale, slide those hands up your legs, torso parallel to the earth, airplane arms. Forward fold. Nice big inhale, arms come all the way overhead. Hands come to prayer at the heart. Strong position here. Strong legs, strong glutes. Got to put the pressure on your right foot. I'm going to lift that left knee. Again, you can keep it here. You're still working that standing leg. Or lift it to where it feels comfortable. Now slowly, I'm going to take that left foot. I'm going to bring it toward the back, back into that high lunge. Both feet facing forward, front knee above the ankle, pushing that back heel toward the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Oh, got an itch, sorry. Really extend those arms up to the sky. Hands come together and slowly turning your left elbow to your right knee. I'm going to slide my foot back a little into that prayer twist, trying to push our palms right to the middle of our chest. And now slowly, I'm going to come back up to center, back into our high lunge. Slowly lower the back knee. Hands can come down. Top of the foot's on the mat. And now when you're ready, bring those arms up for a crescent lunge. And slowly come to the mat. We're going to start to push our hips back toward our left ankle, straightening our right leg, flexing that right foot. And now chest to knee. to bend that right knee, coming forward, putting the right foot on the ground, curl the back toes under, back into our lunge position, planting the left hand on the earth, and on an inhale, right hand opens up. Release that hand back down, plant both palms, nice good foundation. Bring your right foot back to meet your left, back into that plank position. We're going to roll both feet. So the right foot should be on the outside. That's where our weight should be. And the left foot should be balanced on the inside. We're going to open up. Bring that left arm to the sky. You can keep one knee down if you want. Okay? Or you can put one right on top of the other. And slowly back to plank. And again, you can be on your knees here. Still getting strength and building that body muscle. And now roll outside of the left foot, inside of the right foot, opening that arm to our side plank. And bring that right arm back to the mat. Turn those feet back facing forward into our plank position. Drop both knees into our tabletop. Push those hips back toward your ankles. Get a little stretch here. Back up the tabletop. Keeping your right knee bent, we're going to lift that right foot. We're just going to do a hip rotation. One way forward, and one backward, and release. Take a breath, and keeping the left knee bent, I'm going to lift it and bring it around toward the front and up, and then bring it around in the other direction and release. Curl those toes under. We're going to come up to a plank, and again, you can stay on your knees here. Slowly lower, keeping your elbows by your body. Hands right underneath your arms. Inhale, cobra, opening that chest up, lifting the chest off the ground to what feels comfortable to you. Exhale, release down. Bring those hands right over your head. When you're ready, lift both your arms and your legs for a full locust pose. Really squeeze those glutes. Great for so many parts of your body. And release. Palms right underneath your shoulders. Curl those toes under. Gonna lift up all the way to our downward dog. Hips up in the air, heels pushing toward the mat. On an inhale, lift your right leg. Bend that knee. And open that hip. Straighten the leg. Bend the knee, bring it all the way through between your hands. Spin that back foot parallel to the short side of the mat. Lift your torso, open those arms, looking out over your right hand. So your knee should be right above your ankle in our warrior two position. Nice strong pose here. Now straighten that front leg. Bring your left hands down your left leg. Right hand comes overhead for a nice side stretch. And now reverse. Now we're going to bend that knee and go right back into our warrior two. We're going to do a few of these. straighten, nice side stretch, and come back, warrior two. See if you can go a little lower this time. Straighten and lower. Straighten and lower. This time we're gonna shift our hips back as we straighten our front leg. Bring your hand right inside your ankle and open your left hand to the sky for our triangle pose. And now bend that right knee back into our warrior two. Right elbow to right knee. And open up that arm. If you're looking for a little more intensity, drop that right hand for our extended side angle. Lift that torso, arms straight out, back to our warrior two. A little lower this time. We'll cartwheel those hands. Straighten that back foot so it's facing the front of the mat into our lunge position. Plant the palms, right foot back to meet the left, into our plank. Slowly lower. Hands underneath the chest. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under. Lift the hips. Back to our downward dog. Keep breathing here. On an inhale, lift your left leg. Bend that knee and open that hip to the side, pushing out of both hands equally. Now straighten the leg. Now we're going to bend that knee, bring it all the way through between our hands, spin the back foot sideways, lift that torso up, arms extended out over both legs, looking out over your left hand for warrior two. Straighten that front leg, slide the right hands down the right leg. Nice side stretch. And that front knee back into our warrior two. Now we're just going to go back and forth between warrior two and reverse. So straighten the leg, reverse, and back to warrior two. See if you can go a little lower. Straighten the leg, and back into warrior two. Straighten the leg, arm overhead, and back into warrior two, a little lower. Left elbow to left knee, and open to the side for extended side angle, or you can drop the hand for a little more intensity. And slowly lift back up to warrior two. Straighten that front leg, kick those hips back. Bring your left hand inside your left ankle and open up that right hand, triangle pose. Bend that front knee, back to warrior two, arms out. Just for one breath, see if you can go a little lower. And cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. Plant those palms, left foot back to meet the right. And this time, if you want to lower only halfway, just shift your weight forward into upward dog, or you can go all the way to the mat and go to cobra. Then we're going to come back up into our downward dog. Take a couple breaths here. Slowly walk those feet to the front of the mat into our forward fold. That should feel good right now. Slowly on an inhale, lift those hands right up the legs and go back to those airplane arms. Flat back position. And forward fold. And then inhale, nice big breath. Arms come all the way overhead. Kiss. And then come to prayer at the heart. On an inhale, we're going to lift that right leg. Again, you can have it down here, whatever's comfortable for you. We're working on strength and balance here. Now straighten that leg. See what you can do. Hold a wall, whatever you have to do. Now we're going to bend that knee. We're going to bring it behind us again and plant it back into that lunge position. Arms overhead. Both feet facing forward. Nice lift to the sky. Active arms. And now shifting forward, just your torso, your legs don't move. Belly toward your thigh, your left thigh, airplane arms. Again. Now see if you can bring your hands to the mat and just slowly lift that foot. So you might be right here, and this might be where you're going to stay, and that's okay. Or you might be up here. Maybe you can grab this, your left hand with your left leg with your left hand. Just lower that right foot. And we can shake those legs out, stay in that forward fold for a minute. Nice big breath. Arms come all the way overhead. Hands in prayer at the heart. Left leg rises. Open that knee. Bring that leg up. Working on balance. And now straighten that leg. Push out of that standing leg. No matter where your other foot is, push out of that standing leg. And now bend that knee. I'm going to shift that foot back into our lunge. And when your feet are comfortable, lift those arms. Lifting your torso forward towards your right thigh, airplane arms. Active arms here, really pushing those arms up. Knee above the ankle. And release your hands to the earth, lifting that back leg. Only to what's comfortable for you. And lower that foot back into our forward fold. Bend those knees. Going to come to a nice seated position here. Extending those legs out in front. You can keep the knees bent. And on an inhale, lift those arms. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rise up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Holding on to those ankles. Let me turn this way so you can see a little better. I'm just going to motion forward. I actually like to hold my feet. Just motion forward, opening those hips, getting a little bit more stretch in there. Get a little organic movement in there. Move your body to what feels good. And slowly rise. We're going to do some version of boat. So you can lift your shins parallel to the earth. You can keep your hands on the ground. And you can do bicycles like this. Or you can have your hands together in prayer. Now as my right knee shifts, I'm leaning to the right and vice versa. And I'm just going to go up and over. Keep breathing. Sorry, I'm getting lazy. I'm dropping my hands. Notice the difference if you bring them up and over. Just do one more on each side. And release. Soles of the feet to the earth and slowly lower. Bring your palms right by your side, knees together. Just gently lift your hips into that bridge position. If you can clasp your hands underneath, that'll feel really good. Good chest opener. And slowly lower. Knees to chest. Extend your right leg out, keeping your left knee bent. You're going to take that left knee and bring it across the right side of the body and extend the left hand out, looking over at your hands. And knees back to chest. And now extend your left leg. Bring your right knee across the left side of your body, extending your right hand, looking out over your right hand. I love this to crack my back. Knees back into center. Grab the outside of your feet, your ankles, your thighs. We're just going to push our knees toward the earth, soles of the feet parallel to the sky, opening those hips and pushing the knees down. And if you want to, you can straighten your legs. They're stretching two different areas of the body, so see what feels good for you, what works for you. You rock back and forth. I know for me that always feels good. And knees back into the chest. And now release your feet, either side of the mat. Arms all the way overhead. Nice big breath. Really stretching that body. And slowly float your hands down by your sides for a nice relaxed position. You can stay here for as long as you want today. Definitely a few minutes is good. You're all done. Hands in prayer at the chest. You did awesome today.